Friends, how are you doing? It's Monday. We made it through Monday. Woo! It is day one. Day one of this week is done, okay? And honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to be real honest with you. There was actually some movement today in the market. It wasn't as bad. Now, obviously, Trump's been talking. He is not backing down right now, and we've got a lot going on this week. Obviously, I put this little map up here yesterday just so people could see it, but here it is. Monday done. Tuesday, not a lot more news coming out here. It's really Wednesday. Here is when the tariff situation starts. Then Thursday, we're going to see what had happened the day before, and then Friday, Fed's talking, Jerome Powell talking, job report, and then he may even talking about, are we getting a rate cut? When, more just talking about that. Are we getting one? Are we getting one? So that's kind of the menu of what's coming here, and we're gonna make it through this week here, absolutely. So obviously, showing my highly technical chart here, this is kind of where Tom Lee's been lately, where he's talking about he thinks that we possibly could be in a V-shaped recovery if we get through Wednesday and the stock market goes, nah, whatever, we're gonna move on. It's more of this short-term uncertainty, but in months down the road we could see more of inflation start to kick up. But we may just get through this week, and by Thursday, Friday, we could be seeing the market rolling a little. I don't want to say rolling, but just do a little more recovery here, essentially where the market's all right, we're gonna start moving here. So we could see something like that, and then going into May, we're gonna start having a lot of our big companies start reporting earnings again. So what would that do? That would obviously just start moving the market more here with what's going to happen here in earnings. So we're taking this week day by day, obviously 100%. So friends, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate everybody clicking on the video. It really does mean a lot to me that people, we all, we're here, we're talking, people listen to me yap about what's going on in the stock market. And yeah, we're going to talk about Big Bear here first. So obviously, what I'm looking at for Big Bear this week is to see the onslaught of just negativity in the market go against Big Bear, the negativity that Big Bear is finding itself in. Every day there has been an article released about this same situation going on. Now, it first was, hey, Big Bear has an issue come up here where in their past financials, they have gotten some things wrong in that department. Okay, that was with the old CEO, so maybe this is good now that this is being seen. Well, now it has turned into this contact law firm, and you can go against Big Bear because they lied to you, all that kind of stuff. So obviously, this is still being pushed by, media outlets heavily. But now, obviously, I don't work for Big Bear. Obviously, I know there's people in the comments that are, biased against that when they say I'm an undercover agent for Big Bear. I wish that were so. That'd be that would be wild, because obviously they'd be paying me. They're not paying me. What I do see here with this situation is that obviously there's law groups paying to have these things put up. They want to push this obviously because they're going to make money from it. Now, the thing is, I don't know that a lot of people even care. And here's the separation in the sand right now, where, we take the stick and we just put it right down, make a line here where one side and another side. There's people that, were in Big Bear, from around 2022 to 2023, and even the beginning of 2024 here, when we didn't know a lot of what was going on. But where we find ourselves now with this line in the sand with Big Bear is that I think the majority of investors, I know the majority of investors here right now, we're only in Big Bear for one big reason. It's because of these government contracts. I don't think I'm going to get flack with saying that, and that's not a negative thing to say. It's a positive thing. It's a good thing. The only reason we're here paying attention to the Big Bear right now is because of these government contracts. That is 100% all we care about as a community, as investors with Big Bear. We want to see, are they going to get more of these government contracts? Is the Q1, Q2, Q3 going to really compound more here this year with Big Bear? Possibly. We could see a better, I don't want to say huge year, but I want to see a lot better year than what we've seen here with Big Bear. And this has been my whole argument since November, September with Big Bear, where I've been I'm not buying Big Bear here for them to make me a millionaire in 2025 unless they were to get some ungodly deal back to back here. Like some kind of like Palantir deal, like, $500 million, $1 million, $1 billion, $500 million or $1 billion, that would be, that would disrupt the whole financial system with Big Bear. It would absolutely be amazing for them. But there's no guarantee in any of that. We're not seeing that. And that would be a lot of money for Big Bear that they're not really seeing right now. Now they did capture that big contract back in November, I think, for like 168 million, spread out over a handful of years, and then they're beginning more little government contracts from there too. So there is the thought span that they could get more here, or just more deals in general. It doesn't have to be the government. It can the Defense Department, essentially what we're saying. It doesn't have to be just them. It can be someone else too, which I believe that could happen too. So what I'm yapping here about is that it's very interesting to see Big Bear I think Big Bear even holding this 286 position right now. That's pretty impressive. I thought Big Bear was going to bleed down to like 250, 230 zone easily. And now obviously, I'm yapping here. There's still plenty of opportunity for Big Bear to do that because we don't know what's coming here in the next 48 hours with the market. This is going to be a hard week for Big Bear, undoubtedly. But it could be a week too where, if we do see, this is where you have to hear what I'm saying. I am not guaranteed there's going to be a V-shaped recovery. Now, obviously, I want to live in a fairy tale story where by Thursday, Friday, we're like, the market's doing great. It doesn't even care about these tariffs. Everything's okay. Obviously, I think that's where we all want to be right now, but I don't know that that's where we're going to be. So there's two arguments here. There's an argument that Big Bear obviously could recover back into this, low $3 range here by Thursday, maybe Wednesday late, seeing what happens with these tariffs. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen in the situation. And then, we could see some recovery here. Now, maybe the rest of April here goes, we're just going to start, balancing out here, and the market's going to start to move up slowly into a V-shaped recovery a little bit here. That's the hope. Okay. Now with that, I do think that Big Bear is somewhat of a little bit of a lottery ticket right now. It's a scratch off that we're still scratching. Okay. It's brought us some luck here in the past. We've made some money off of it. People have done well off of it. And there's still that possibility that it's a scratch off that could bring us, more wins, more money here in the future. And that's the deals. But like I said, the only reason we're in this right now and people are interested in Big Bear is because of these government contracts, and that there could be potentially more happening, and potentially, mid halfway in this year, we could start to see some better quarterlies here in 2025. Now, obviously, this news that keeps being pushed out here, this is obviously, if you are a victim of Big Bear and all that, you have every right to push that, but, this is obviously it's when you type up BBAI, I mean, like if you just type it up in Google, you're going to be like, holy crap. I mean, it's like every freaking article is pushed right now. It's like everyone's trying to get in on this. So it's a huge mess. Now, obviously with this, I would like Kevin, the new CEO, he may not even be able to do this. I don't know, obviously, because I'm not an informant with Big Bear, but for Big Bear. But I wish he would talk, man. I wish he would come out and just give some kind of video, just interview about Big Bear, their hopes, their expectations, and what's going to happen, excitement, get investors feeling good, happy, and confident. It means so much, but they're not doing that. And the one thing that I keep saying too, people are like, well, what about, Big Bear selling, insiders selling shares, all that kind of stuff. I get that. That doesn't worry me as much as other things going on. Negative news with a stock can really bleed it down. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing right now with Big Bear, is that obviously, the market's not holding on to too much right now. The market is scared. There's uncertainty, all that kind of stuff. There is this thing that keeps getting pushed right now with these law firms and just, investor alert, beware. Bad articles are not good, because people that are already on the fence with Big Bear or don't know what Big Bear is and looking into Big Bear, this is going to be this is going to be a hard sell for them to trust Big Bear. Absolutely. If you're not obsessed with the market, you're not obsessed with stocks, and you're not keeping up with day-to-day functions, news, reality in the market, these kind of things will, make somebody who's not there just sell their bags, take a loss. They don't care. So that's kind of, that's the problem right there with Big Bear that they're having with this situation. So friends, I'm still watching Big Bear. I think Big Bear still has high potential to come out on the other side of this 100%, but this is undoubtedly going to be a rough week for Big Bear. And who knows? It could be a rough month. We just, like I said, I want this to be a fairy tale story. It could have some very horrific moments attached to it here in April. We're going to see what happens. I mean, it's not just, obviously the tariffs are one thing this week. Then we have the job reports, which we're not expecting to be much better. But it's the fact that this whole Ukraine, Russia, Trump situation is just, the market doesn't like that stuff either. So there's just a lot of messy stuff going on. And then later on the year with, we could see somewhat of a kick up in inflation, which could drive the market down again. So, hey, this is the world of investing. Now, Sofi, time frame of what I said I was doing here with Sofi. I sold out of one of my positions with Sofi like last week for a little bit of a profit range on it, not much, but it was a position that I was just accumulating in Sofi, just as it was volatile over these past few months. I was buying just large amounts of it. Now, I was in the profit range, and I sold out of it last week. Now I'm holding that capital, and I'm probably going to throw it back into Sofi tomorrow because I believe that Sofi probably will bleed back down to this low $11 range, if not high $10 range is really what I'm looking for. If not, probably like Wednesday morning, it will at least touch those numbers potentially. But the fact that Sofi moved back up to almost $12 a day, I was like, what? I thought Sofi was going to take a lot more damage. Now, if you're new in here listening to me, yap my gums about Sofi, drinking the juice. I am the cult leader of Sofi. I love Sofi. I'm not saying negative things about it. Now, a lot of people have been like commenting saying like, well, Sofi's done for because of the whole Robinhood thing. There is no hard evidence, there's no hard evidence to show that right now. It's just not there. Statistically wise, that's not there. Sofi, you have to, if you've been, and I say this because I've been obsessed with Sofi here for the past 5 years, watching this company transition into what it's turned to now. Sofi is in this place where it has been building these very Roman concrete structures of, just stuff that is going to set itself up for the next 5 to 10 years to where undoubtedly this company is about to go into mega earnings season over the next few years here, undoubtedly, to where they've set up all these credit card applications that they've had. They've had these huge $1 billion deals here at the end of last year, now this year, that are with these loan programs. They are attracting so many new people opening bank accounts with them. Obviously, a lot of the younger generation. I mean, there's commercials everywhere with Sofi right now. I mean, they are growing so fast to where they undoubtedly are becoming a predator in the banking world, which is fantastic because they're going to start buying up banks. They're going to, in the future, obviously, we're talking way in the future here. They've got to get into some heavy earnings for that. But that's where they're headed, undoubtedly. And this is a situation where anything under $20 right now with Sofi, I feel totally comfortable buying. So I know a lot of people are still buying Sofi. They're because they know it's coming. We know it's coming. Whenever this market straightens out, and even if this is like in 2026 where the market goes, okay, we're good. We're going back into a bull market. We feel good. Things are good. Bond market, everything okay. Yada yada yada. Sofi undoubtedly is going to fly. And this is probably the year, if not this next quarterly, it'll at least be Q2 here. We could see, it might be Q1 here. We could see Sofi here hit $1 billion quarterly. That would be huge. It's happening regardless. The numbers are coming in. I mean, these last few deals that they've gotten, it's like these loan programs they've gotten with these other companies. It's happening. Like the evidence is there. we've picked up the breadcrumbs. We know what's coming. I mean, it's here. It's just, some people want more proof, and they're going to find out the hard way when, SoFi comes out here with billion-dollar quarterlies, kills the bears, and it runs up to $20-$25 easily, and then it starts getting there. There's going to be situations that start to unfold here with SoFi. That's what you have to realize, and you're going to have to take chance here. You can either buy it now for the cheap, or you can pay for it later at a much higher rate, because there's going to be a situation where key events are going to start to happen with SoFi, and you won't be able to catch it as fast. It's going to start coming out with billion-dollar quarterlies. There's going to be rate cuts sometime this year. That's going to do a lot for SoFi. There's going to be somewhere in the future where we start talking about SoFi not only being in a lot more ETFs, but the inclusion into the S&P 500 probably undoubtedly is coming. It's going to somewhere in the near future, probably sooner than we think, when they start producing these heavy quarterlies here, they're going to start talking about dividends. They're going to start talking about dividends. I guarantee you that's going to be huge. Another situation that will take place here later on in the future, obviously, this time will tell on this one, but there's going to be a stock split probably with SoFi here if they can get into a really heavier growth span with the stock here. Now, obviously, SoFi keeps finding itself in these situations of just like hard moments with the market. But listen, we know people are willing to pay $15 for SoFi. We know they're willing to pay, $18, almost $20 for SoFi. We've seen this, okay? They're willing to do it. It will happen again here, undoubtedly. So this next quarterly that SoFi is about to release, let me get a sip here. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be great. So, friends, like I said, I'm drinking the juice with SoFi here. I'm buying. I am still buying SoFi. I did not even think I was going to be 4 months ago. If you would have asked me if I would still be buying SoFi, I'd be like, no, I've got position there. I'm good. I'm not missing out on these numbers. I'm not missing out on this opportunity. This is a long-term play for me. Like, I'm not trying to cash out of this like next year for like, $25-$30. No. This is like, I'm making this into something massive. Like, we're talking where like I look at this like 5-10 years down the road and I go like, and like I said, I've got multiple positions of this, but this is a situation where like I feel like we're in the gold rush right now with a lot of these stocks, and this is a key moment in time where the market has probably hit the bottom. If not, it's about to find the bottom, and we could be going into a V-shaped recovery. Listen, there's a real possibility by next Monday, people are going to be like, oh my God, I should have bought SoFi. Oh my God, I should have bought BigBear. Oh my God, I should have bought Tesla. Oh my God, I should have bought an AMD, Nvidia, Facebook, Meta, all these kind of stocks, but people were just like, no, it's gonna get worse. There's a lot of background noise. There's obviously a lot of background noise going on, okay? I get it. There's fear. Fear will undoubtedly kill you in the market. I go through it still, being in the market for almost a decade now. I still go through it. The situation at hand here is that there's an opportunity here. There's opportunity in this market right now, okay? We've already seen that the market is looking to run. We were just, last week, the market was like, we're going, we feel good. And then we hit, what we just hit here with this news coming up. We knew this was coming. This is like, we've all been preparing for this. We knew this was coming. This is why last week I told people, hey, I sold out of one of my positions of SoFi. I'm going to jump back in probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest. And that's what I'm talking about right now. And there's probably there's going to be new positions that I make tomorrow. I'm still deciding where I want to put some funds here with some other stocks. So, and like I said, I started a position in Tesla because I'm looking at the next 5 to 10 years in Tesla to be something that people cannot even fathom right now, what's coming with Tesla. And friends, sweet Palantir, sweet Palantir. Palantir's been quiet here lately. Alex Karp has been quiet here lately, but it's when Alex is quiet, it's when Palantir's a little quiet that something happens here. So there's obviously, like I said, I've talked about this wall, but there's a wall at $80. We saw it again today where Palantir fell right below $80 for a split of a moment, and then it just shot, back up into where it is now, at almost $85 range here. So Palantir has quarterlies. Like I said, we get through April here. We get through April, and we're going to be going into May, where it's a lot of big earnings coming up. So like I said, we get through April here, we get into May. May is going to be changing the market probably. And if the end of April is like the end of April is already in a positive, thought process with the market, the zeitgeist out there is like, okay, everything's chill, the dust is settled. And then May rolls around here and we start getting good quarterlies with a lot of these stocks, Sofi, Palantir, other huge companies, tech stocks. We could see the market start to run again into the summer. I mean, it could happen here. That's why Tom Lee, these other big analysts, JP, they're all talking about we could possibly see a V-shaped recovery here faster than we think. It's just we're going to find out here all together how this is going to work out. The question is Palantir going to go back up? This is the moment here where a lot of us think this is going to be the quarterly where Palantir releases over maybe $1 billion, if not right over $1 billion quarterly. And then Palantir, just 22 months later, from a $7 stock that no one believed in but a small few army of us, to now releasing almost $1 billion quarterly. That could be happening here in just less than 30 days. Well, more than 30 days, but essentially what's coming here. That's amazing. That's amazing. That is crazy returns. Now, is Palantir going back to $100? Of course Palantir is going back to $100 because we've already seen the cards. We've already seen that people are willing to pay. They were paying almost $100 last week for Palantir, and they knew what was coming this week. People were paying almost $100 for Palantir last week, and they knew what was coming this week. I've had 3 cups of coffee. I'm wound up right now. We know people are going to pay $100. They're going to pay $115, $20, almost $30. They're going to do it. They may be paying $150 here within a few more months. Who knows? I'm excited. You should be excited. Listen, I can't survive. None of us can survive in this market if we keep looking at it in a fear-based situation. I cannot make it the next 48 hours in this market if I keep going like, oh my God, I'm just going to sell everything because I might lose some money. Of course your positions are going to be up and down, volatile. But it's how low are you getting in? When are you buying? When are you selling? What are you holding? What are you buying? And knowing what's coming in the market. What is happening right now in this market? Everyone has been talking about. This should be no surprise of what is going on here. Monday, Tuesday, and what's coming here Wednesday, April 2nd. There should be no one like, what the hell's going on? No one should be doing that right now. We are all well aware of what's going on. Okay, I've been yapping my mouth about this for a while now, so you've heard me talk about it. Friends, I want to wish all of you the best of luck. Thank you so much for listening to me talk here. I really do wish everyone just long-lasting financial, gains lasting that you can make this week in the market, that you make positions this week, whether it's long-term, short-term, buying, selling, holding, whatever you're doing. I want to see everyone make it in this market. I love when people win in the market. It's so awesome. It's such a great feeling, whether you made $10, $1,000, whatever you make, and whether you have $5 or $500 to put in this market, you can change your future with just the mindset of like, I'm gonna put $5 in this market every 3 days, every week. Well, now I can afford to put $20 in the market every week. Well, now situations change. Now I can afford to put $100 in the market every week. Okay, that may take time, but if you can get your mind into these rhythms, you'll find money in your life to where you can go, I'm going to put it right here. Maybe it's just an ETF, whatever it be. But I guarantee you, if you can get your mind set as an investor, as someone who's looking towards their future, you will make money in this market. You will make moves in this market. You will see that a lot of things in the market are creatures of habit and move. And you can see fundamentally what's coming at you with this market. I'm going to shut up. I wish I could keep going. I'm 3 cups of coffee deep here. Friends, I wish you all the luck, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.